how are you doing? Hope you're well. Basically I'm making a video because last week I went with Sam from Sam for God to Woking to see a show that I never ever thought I'd see. Like, you know me, I'm into musicals. I've seen one or two plays. But this show that I went to see with Sam was a dance show, like a ballet. The show was Edward Scissorhands. It's by Matthew Bourne, who's obviously done it based on the film, and it's kind of a company called New Adventures, and it's kind of like a ballet, but it's a mixture of different dancing, I think, and we both really enjoyed it. Like, I don't know if Sam's going to do a review, but this is mine anyway. And yeah, it was amazing. We had Liam Mower who on for Edward, and I know Sam was excited about that because he's a previous Billy. One thing to mention about the cast list is on here. I don't know if you can see very well, but all the parts have at least 2 or 3 different people who will take turns playing the role, and apparently that's to keep the show fresh because they don't have swings and understudies, so they swap around, and each member of the cast gets 1 show off a week, and there's like 5 people off every show, and so they each get a show off every week. And yeah, the dancing was amazing. I was quite surprised by how short the show lasted, but then with all the dancing that does go on, then you can understand why it's only 2 hours, and that includes an interval kind of thing. So to go through the cast, like I said, we had Liam Mower as Edward, and he was brilliant. Also, in the show, it's not like the movie where there's talking. There's no talking at all in this show, but you don't need it because the dance is so interpretive and it really pulls you in. And Liam just had this great vulnerability and slight humour, and it was just so sweet, you know, and you feel really, really sorry for him. We had as his sort of like love interest, I guess, Kim Boggs, Ashley Shaw, and she was really good as well. She's a character who is going out with somebody else who's like the jock, and he turns out to be a bit of a jerk, and she kind of falls for Edward and over time. And the mum was played by, was it Madeline Brennan? Oh my god, I actually can't remember because there's so many people that play in the parts. I only went to this show because Harry Francis is in it, and as you all know, I like Harry Francis. He's a good bloke and he's an amazing dancer. And he was on as Gerald Monroe, and basically Gerald Monroe character is the son of like the vixen woman. If you've seen the movie, which I haven't seen the movie before I saw the show, she sort of like beds everyone, and he's like he plays her son. But sometimes as well he also plays another character called Chase. It's difficult knowing who's who, and you've got to really, because they don't obviously talk, so you don't know the names of the characters, but they're listed in the programme. The whole cast were phenomenal, not just Harry, but everyone, and you can tell they really enjoy it and they give it their all. The set was amazing as well, simply done but really, really brilliant. I love the topiaries that Edward cuts, and there's a dance scene involving topiaries which is pretty cool. Yeah, and I just had an amazing time at Edward Scissorhands, and I came out of that thinking I'd actually really like to go and see that again, because you're guaranteed like every show to have different people on, I think, in the roles pretty much, so it's always different, so that could be really fun to go back. From what I gather, this show's only got 8 weeks left, and it's going around the country, and it's going to Nottingham and Birmingham. I don't actually know, I'm sorry, but if you Google Edward Scissorhands and look up for tickets, go and book it and see it, because it's incredible. Like, for a first full-on dance show. Oh, why am I doing that? That's anyway. For a full-on dance show for my first time, I was pretty impressed with that. And I actually watched the movie last night for the first time. And I have to say, I prefer the dance show better. I prefer the stage show. So I'm going to try and hopefully see it in Nottingham. It's definitely going to Bradford. I know that. So I'm going to the northern dates basically. So hopefully try and see it in Nottingham. Maybe see it in Bradford, I'll see. It depends how I'm fixed with work. But yeah, guys, go and see Edward Scissorhands because it's such a beautiful, touching story. Like, I was getting tearful at some points, especially at the end. I'm not going to spoil it for you. But yeah, and there's great comedy moments in it as well, like with Edward cutting the topiaries and dogs and hair, and yeah, it's just brilliant, you know. I love it. I think it's a great show. Um, so yeah, like I said, go and see Edward Scissorhands because it is amazing and you'll enjoy it, and it's a great night out. Yeah, I know it's still on at Woking for the rest of this week, I think. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's still in Woking. So if you're in London and you can get to Woking, go and see it in Woking. If not, then follow the website for the tour dates because it's not one to be missed. Okay, so that's me rambling. Thank you very much and bye bye.